If we go to the Club tab, we can manage the users of our license by adding, deleting, or modifying existing users. We can also modify any of the general data of the club, and we can also add the logo or emblem of our team. Inside the Teams tab, we can manage any of the teams of our clubs by adding, deleting, or modifying existing teams. Name, control data, and emblem. At the same time, we can manage the users assigned to each team. We select the coach, give him a profile, and drag him. We can delete him in the same way. Inside the Players tab, we have a list of our players. We can add, delete, or modify existing players. If we pick a player and choose Modify, we will be able to change any of his general data, control data, and pictures. On the Profiles tab, we can add, delete, or modify any of the profiles featured in our clubs, such as different coaches, assistants, managers, doctors, directors. Also, we are able to manage the permissions given to each of the profiles, so we can control the access that everybody has to the different parts of the tool. In the tab for users, we can add as many tool users as we want and assign them to one or more teams with a certain profile. In the tab for resource management, we can add any type of material so later on coaches can make a reservation of the materials. We can also add different fields so we can assure a proper management of the fields. In calendars, we can choose any game. Of the calendar, recall or input data. In the tab for medical basis, we have the chance to add any injury or illness and the result of any blood analytic so they can be further analyzed by the doctors. In the area of administration, we manage general club data and emblem. We will be able to create the calendar for the season, and going to be able to manage everything about our players. In the resources area, in the materials tab, we can modify or cancel any of the reservations already made. In the Fields tab, by selecting a specific week, we can see an overview of the distribution of the fields for the week, which can be printed. In the tab of calendars, choosing a specific microcycle, we can see all the data of the game calls previous to the games. In the area of medical basis, we will have to previously determine suffered injuries and illnesses, as well as blood analytics for each of the selected players. Once we have all the injuries in, we can go to the area of control of players, from which we can access the medical records for each player. For example, we can recall the analytics of a certain player for a certain month. As we can see, lots of technical data about the health of our players can be managed in this area.